Gotta get back to work. It should be obvious by now to anybody that's intelligent that the video blogs on this YouTube channel are some of the most important dialogues in the history of the world. If it hasn't become apparent to you, you're just too distracted by your brain chemical addiction to realize the importance and the beauty of my life. Okay, and it's very important life. You know, when you have people end up force migrating your family to Cochise County, Arizona, outside Fort Huachuca, which is the head of military intel and surveillance because it has the best Wi-Fi in the world, and they have these people come and quiz you and question you and encourage you and and ask you and have you go read these ancient documents that they've been prevalent in your life, but you've tried to ignore them because of all the mistranslations and the violent genocidal cult activity through the corporations that call themselves religions. You run it really to just avoid the whole mess. And then when they come to you and have experts come and study them and say, well, what are you going to do about the mess? This is because of you. Okay, if you go look at this last story in this book called the Bible, it's about your life. Okay, it's basically, they didn't say it to me this way. They don't have that intestinal fortitude. They're not a pragmatic, kind, loving, intelligent, truthful, and faithful, honest person like myself. Okay, you're dealing with manipulative people. Okay, that use absurd academic type complexities through linguistics and stuff to try to manipulate people through codes and cliques and cultures and clubs and just horrible and secret societies and all kinds of crazy wackadoodle brain chemical addicted shit. All right, they're not even straight and honest and pragmatic with themselves or each other. So there's no kind of like functional relationship among the whole group. Even the people that perceive themselves as being honorable are not even close to being honorable yet. You think they are, and you get encouraged thinking, okay, these people have the capacity of being pragmatic and honest and honorable like myself, and they don't. Okay. I got excited in 2009 when I was working at the grocery store, and they would come in and talk to me and encourage me. I thought, oh, cool. People are going to be more like me. And then they had a friend show me videos of Judy Krishnamurti, and I'm like, oh, wow, okay. So, yeah, this could really happen. And then I thought it could happen, and then they gave me the book of Daniel, and I looked at the timetables and all the things in my life, and I thought, okay, well, all we have to do is just fulfill the timetable in the book of Daniel, and then they'll all know that the requirements were made for, the validity of the truth of the existence of the Messiah through the rabbinic tradition, and then they'll all accept it and share it worldwide with their communication, and then we'll all live the peace and the applied physics of the Lord's Prayer, and thoughts, linguistics, and action. No, because okay, not them, okay, gave them the timetable. It's not up to them to give us the timetable. They're not pragmatic. They're not faithful, truthful. They're not faithful. Okay? It's irrelevant what David Rockefeller was doing. It's irrelevant what Philip Rothschild is. It's irrelevant what Bill Gates is doing. It's irrelevant what Warren Buffett is talking about, because he's like Greenspan with my boy Sammy Singer, What do you think? Greenspan's an idiot. Let me tell you why. Because here's what we're going to end up doing. And all the stuff that I talked about then, because I wasn't given the book of Revelation, and not all of it's come to pass, because some of it is more intelligent than any of the modes of transportation. And the economic exchange of goods and services and protection of one another through protecting the environment through aggressive economic activity. So they're actually behind, okay, what they said they should be actively attempting to do to stop Greenspan's idiocracy from, being a threat to the planet and species and making us do things that were bad for the ecosystem and for each other and stuff. And I was way ahead of them. I said they're going to do is come up with these tubes and these monorails that go across country that they can build, that they can without like a tube at a banking thing, but they didn't do that. And then have it go to major metroplexes to divide among people that are in close proximity and large population, and then have electric powered trucks, the trucks that weren't on combustible engines, take supplies that were needed outside into the rural areas, because in the rural areas is where people give us more grain and stuff. And once we do this and stop all the effects badly of our mechanization on the ecosystem, this will help our agriculture be better and stuff. And so, and this was back in the 1990s, okay, when I would talk to Sammy Singer about this. And the wealthy have been running behind ever since. They just can't catch up. They're just not compassionate and pragmatic enough and intelligent enough to all get on the same page. Like Michio Kaku talks about, on a first world planet, it would be like this. And he doesn't have the balls to say, well, if you forgave debt and trespass like Jesus Christ said, and understood how to share and care and give him according to need and built to last like Confucius or Solomon, then you would have these first worlds that are, more highly evolved than the people that are engaging one another on planet. If he doesn't have the balls, okay, to include religious thought, linguistics, and actions in it, because there's something going on with the corporations. I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm not a piss poor human being that invades people's houses to manipulate them with money because I have dopamine addiction. I'm not like them. Okay. So, but I do know, okay, that the optimal goal of computers and robotics with myself and people like myself is just to simply use them as a form of communication for freedom. Okay. Freedom from human abuse, manipulation, and brain chemical addictions and delusions of authority. Okay. Freedom to just say, let's live the Lord's Prayer now, so people can truly exist and have freedom. Okay, so they can appreciate the sacrifice of Jesus Christ, D.T. Suzuki, Judah Krishnamurti, Haile Selassie, myself. Okay. People that are more capable and stronger than anybody on TV that sits there and says, I sacrificed and I fought for my freedom and gave us just keeping us safe with money, and a bunch of people dressed up in Kevlar killing each other over money. Okay. I won't kill people over money, and people that kill people over money in this corridor where they have the biggest and the best and the Fort Huachuca are scared shitless of me physically. Okay. They've sent trained professional assassins to my house to kill me, not with weapons and bombs and stuff, but with their physical hands. And we've never gotten into physical combat because they were too terrified that I would, because of the pheromones, that I would kill them right on the spot. And it was fear that made them stop and go away. And me, I was like, hey, live the Lord's Prayer with me. It'd really help. And they just leave. They never come back. But they would get crying. So one of them got cried and got upset and said, you're the guy who's going to help save us all. And he was a trained, mind-manipulated, killed assassins for people that are horned wimps, for Sheldon Coopers and Barney Kripkes and those assholes that play the Air Force general guy that went to MIT on Big Bang Theory and stuff. Okay. All right. So all your big muscle guys that you think and you're all impressed by and speak 5 different languages and fly across the world killing people because it needs to keep us free and safe, don't admire them or appreciate them. They're absolutely pathetic. They're terrified of me, and I look like Uncle Fester because their scientists have chemically poisoned me due to language in their court rules of engagement of genocide they call laws. Okay, so don't be impressed. When you meet me at the store, be impressed. Wow, this guy sacrifices his entire life to the devotion of faith in God and living the applied physics and linguistics of the Lord's Prayer without fear. When you be impressed, thank you for working every day for our freedom. Okay, you can tell me that, and I'll say thank you to help me out. Just tell the technology you want to live it to. And that's what I ask people to do. That's all I ask them. I don't say, get up and shoot up a place of philanthropy. Just stand up and tell the Lord's Prayer. You want to live the Lord's Prayer so we don't have places of philanthropy anymore. So we share caregiving, capacity, and build the last. That's what I tell everybody. That's my quote unquote, their perception of revolution. That's why Jesus was crucified in the Roman Empire, brain chemical sex cult detention, for teaching the same thing, okay, that I'm doing now, for doing exactly what I'm doing. Okay, and then he was turned into a psychotic NASA-based comic book character that watches us from the sky, Crystal Blue Persuasion, and one day he's going to come down and kill everybody that cult doesn't like so their cult can rule the world, which is complete bullshit. Okay, I'm going to go. Let's load this one up. I'm working with other people actively throughout time and possibly right even now. I hope so. For us to live the Lord's Prayer through communication through this technology, so we can use it just to make sure that we're free. Okay, guys, I love you. That's what I'm doing. Okay, we don't want to get to the point where drones and robotics has to kill the rich people for us to actually be free. That's their kind of move, not mine. I'm a good person. They're the cowardly little assassination perverts, not me. All right, love you.